10 years after the independence referendum, an author who isn't afraid to speak his mind. Irvine Welsh has stated, Scotland does not have much of a future after the disaster of voting against independence in 2014. You may know him from Trainspotting, but he's made headlines recently once again for his views on Scottish independence, saying that the 2014 referendum was a disaster for Scotland. Welsh has stated that everywhere outside of London is like a third world country. Welsh made an appearance at the Bloody Scotland International Crime Writing Festival at the Albert Halls on Saturday night in Stirling. He claimed alternatively the yes vote would have energised the nation. He was asked for his views by Stephen Jardine, who chaired the event in Stirling. Welsh replied, I think it was a disaster really that we didn't quite have the bottle just to push through and go for it. He said I was in Dublin the other week. I think it was Monday and Tuesday night I was out and it was absolutely teeming and rammed. And if you look at Edinburgh or Glasgow now on a Monday or Tuesday night, it's just tumbleweed. I was in Leeds a few weeks ago, and Leeds used to be the club capital of England, and now it's just dead. There used to be 36 clubs in Leeds, and now there's 2 that are open. Welsh continued, and it's like London is just absolutely buzzing and thriving and heaving, and the rest of Britain is like a third world country now, in comparison. He said, in Scotland in particular, this gap when you create a unitary state, and particularly in a globalised environment, all the parties now have the same kind of line. People are talking about where's the outrage about Grangemouth being shut down. There is nothing, because people know. Even 10 years ago, people would have been going crazy about this. It would have been a Ravenscraig type of moment of protest. People know there's no point now, because all you can do is threaten to withhold the vote from a party and give it to another party who are going to do exactly the same thing anyway. So politics now becomes about entertainment rather than about anything to do with real change. So I think that had Scotland become independent, the surge in energy, the building and the infrastructure, the money coming into the country, the novelty of it would have energised the place for a good couple of decades. I think afterwards it would have fallen into the same kind of trap of that whole kind of neoliberal empire, but I think we would have had a couple of really good decades of economic growth and some kind of idea of the future. Now, I don't think that there is much of a future for Scotland. Welsh speaks out almost exactly 10 years to the day after the referendum on Scottish independence in 2014. What do you think? Is he right? Let us know in the comments. As always, stay informed, stay engaged, and make sure that your voice is heard.